going on, everybody? It's Mad Mike. I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded a podcast in a while. Well, guess what? This is number 16, and it is about Mad Max Fury Road. I'm a big fan of the Mad Max franchise. I think it's a great franchise. And one thing I really got to say that excuse me, a little gassy there. Just had a Coke. Ooh, belched again. Excuse me. But yeah, so what I want to get at here is that I'm really impressed that the director George Miller, who's done all of them since the first one, is still doing this, and he's almost I think he's 70 something years old. So you know what, man, props, man, because that's awesome to see a director that dedicated is still doing his franchise. First movie was great, second movie was kind of better than the first movie because it's a sequel that it's that rare occasion where they made a sequel that was better than the first one. Third one, Beyond Thunderdome, a lot of people don't like that one that much because I admit it's a little bit more watered down in the violence aspect than the first two. But that movie had heart, in my opinion, and I like Beyond Thunderdome. Tina Turner, We Don't Need Another Hero on the soundtrack. She did that song, and I believe One of the Living. Yeah, I'm looking at the soundtrack right now because I have it jamming in the background as I'm doing this review. Yeah, so she had that song. I mean, Tina Turner's vocals is awesome, and her as the villain, I mean, who run Bartertown? Master Blaster. Yeah, if you don't know that reference, just go watch the film. But, yeah, great film. I loved it. And speaking of Beyond Thunderdome, how awesome was that? You get to fight in this cool dome, and they had, But anyways. So, yeah, back to Fury Road. Now we have the fourth installment in the franchise, not starring Mel Gibson, but starring Tom Hardy as Max. One thing I'll give the film, not to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't seen it, the film was great with the colors. I will say the design of the tone of the way they used the coloring on the tone of the film when they were filming it. The mood of it just looks nice, really gritty and apocalyptic, but with how can I explain this? It's real interesting. You just have to go see it because it's a real great way they filmed it. I just like it. I've even heard that George Miller did shoot it in black and white. There's a black and white cut of the film that he's going to release on the Blu-ray, and I think that's really cool as well. And I'm excited to, check that out. Yeah, and just so you know, it's a 2-hour runtime, by the way, for Mad Max Fury Road, but it's 2 hours of epic, awesome, great film. I mean, if you see the film, it does, not to spoil anything, but just to say, it does focus on a little bit on that Furiosa character. But she's a really cool character. I thought her character was really awesome and brought something kind of different and new to the table that I haven't really seen in a Mad Max film, in my opinion. Not saying that it puts Mad Max's character to the wayside, but she is a little bit of a more focus on this film. Her name's Furiosa, the road is called Fury Road, that's all I'm going to say. But they are going to make 2 more installments, so it is going to be a new trilogy to the franchise, so I'm definitely sure Max is going to have, more of a main role, definitely, in the next 2 films. I mean, he has to, after all, the movie is called Mad Max. He's Max, he's the main character. And like I said, he's not completely thrown to the wayside or anything in this film. He does have definitely his role in the film, and definitely has his how can I explain this? His part where he needs to be. So it works out good in my opinion, and I think how can I say? Let's get to how I feel about Tom Hardy as Max. Tom Hardy as Max, I feel is, I was kind of skeptical at first. Because at first I heard they approached Mel Gibson about it, but I think something rather where Mel Gibson was all right, cool, I'm down, but then they apparently, I don't know, production got to a halt, and then he was doing other things, and I don't know, then he was I think saying they were taking too long, or somebody was taking too long, and I don't know, something happened, and then they approached him again, and he said, no, I can't right now because I'm busy with other stuff, or something. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. But then they just got Tom Hardy, and Mel Gibson was actually a good sport about it. He actually went to the premiere of the film, thought it was awesome, and did a great justice to the franchise. He actually said good luck to Tom Hardy and enjoy it, have fun with it. So it's nice to see that he was a good sport about it, and there was no harsh feelings about him getting the role instead of Mel. Ooh, a little gassy again there. Sorry. So, all in all, man, I enjoyed it. It's a fun ride. If you have not seen Mad Max yet, and like I said, I know this review's late because the movie's already been out for like 2 weeks or 3 now. But if you have not seen the film, take it from me, Mad Mike, go see it. Mad Max, Mad Mike, right? Why shouldn't I should have been in the film? But go see it. It's a good time. Bring your family, bring your friends, get some popcorn, Twizzlers, Goobers, whatever the heck you get, man, at your concession stand. You know what, man? Enjoy it, because it's a wild ride, and I thought it was a great 2 hours of awesomeness. I don't really have. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have, I wouldn't say complaints or gripes. I just have, I am a purist about some things. And like I said, when Mel Gibson wasn't going to be in it, I was a little like, oh, that kind of sucks. But Tom Hardy did a good role and brought, brought his, whatever it is he brings to the table. Because in my opinion, he did a good job. I had no issue with it, and it was fine. As... would it have been cool to see Mel Gibson in the film? Yeah, it would have been awesome, because if you watch Beyond Thunderdome, his character is getting old, so it would have kind of made sense at Mel Gibson's age if he was still in it, because it'd be like, all right, it's an old Max, and it would have made sense. So it wouldn't have been bad. Either way, they made a good choice. It wasn't bad. And, all in all, hopefully he'll make a cameo in the next one. That would be cool. But whatever. What's been done is done, and they made a new choice, and Tom Hardy is not bad as Mad Max. Not bad at all. Will he ever be better than Mel? No. But he did a good job, and the film worked really well. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. So I'm Mad Mike, over and out. Go check out that movie. Have a good one, guys.